Freaking people.
What up? What up?
Welcome to the Mean Green Show. I'm with the handsome guy, Jed, on my right.
Oh, man.
And I'm Chris, the guy without the hair.
Come on, bro. You got hair.
No, yeah, I need a haircut. That's what that's what that is. I need a haircut. But, all right, man, we're here.
Yes,
we're
sir.
a couple weeks away from, I told y'all a couple weeks ago that Thanksgiving was like one of my favorite holidays.
Yeah.
This is my other.
Oh, you want the other one of your favorites?
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
What about you?
Dang.
Are you a Christmas guy?
I'm a somewhat Christmas guy.
Yeah. What makes it somewhat? Is it about to get deep?
Is it?
I don't know. Talk to me.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people sometimes lose sight of what Christmas really means. So, I know it's the season of giving, but I don't like how much emphasis is put on gifts.
Yeah.
And how much is taken away from the birth of our Savior. So,
have you ever been that person that got away from the true meaning of Christmas?
Honestly, I feel like it's still kind of am. Like I look at it a little bit, but honestly, now, like when I think of Christmas, even for me, like this year, I'm like, dang, I got a lot of gifts to buy.
Yeah.
It's not even, it's not even about it. So
that's true. Yeah, I think I'm the same because I love Christmas. I love giving. I actually love giving more than receiving.
Absolutely.
But at the same token, movies, especially as a kid growing up, created this image, this feel that I strive for. But the more it seems like I strive to do what they do or did, it takes away from the experience of Christmas.
Absolutely.
So having kids now, I would say there's 6 now. I would say about 3 or 4. I took that leadership with my family and said, you know what? I'm going to plan out the week of Christmas. Yeah. Whether it's a brunch, going to my dad's house, Christmas lights. So I have been doing that, and it's been good for me.
I got you.
So I guess that's going to lead us into the episode.
Definitely. I think that was a good leeway.
All right. Well, we're in episode number 5.
Yes, sir.
Prep to win, so we're not prepping to lose. And we navigated with the foundation of Christmas. Thanksgiving. And if you remember how Thanksgiving went, we started. We talked about how to win. Then we kind of went into the meaning for us.
Absolutely.
Went into a wild card.
Yep.
Now it's Christmas time.
Yep.
We started with the foundation of how to win.
Exactly.
And now I really want to dig in deep. I ain't gonna even say deep. I just want to talk, maybe. In parentheses. I want to talk about Christmas. What does it mean? But also, what can I do today moving forward to walk into what it means to me?
Okay.
Versus just saying, hey, it's Christmas. This is what I think we should be doing. No, scratch that. It's the Mean Green Show. Like, what are we going to implement to fulfill the meaning? All right. Hearing that, Jay, what does that mean to you?
So what does it? Oof. I just got tongue tied. What does it mean to begin to implement things of what Christmas means?
But before we go there, we talked about what Christmas sometimes get away from the individual. So what is Christmas for you specifically? We touched a little bit on it in the previous episode, but just to rewind, just in case if y'all didn't, go back and listen to it. But what does Christmas mean to you, and what do you love about it?
Well, to start, obviously Christmas is a very religious day. Yeah. If you a Christian believer, then obviously you believe in the birth of the Son Jesus Christ, right? So for me, that's always first and foremost, just from a personal belief standpoint. And I think I talked about it. I really enjoy the time of just being able to, it's a week, couple days that everybody is off. Yeah. So it's a perfect time to get together, celebrate, cook, eat good food, and almost press a reset button before the new year. End the year off. If you've lost loved ones in that year, typically it's a time to kind of remember them. And it's kind of like I kind of want to put a word before saying reset, like not an emotional reset, not a physical, mental, like all of that in one. A life reset before you go into 2000, whatever the next year is.
Yeah, I like that because that's exactly what I do. Yeah. Going into Christmas is like the last week of the year for the most part. Yeah. And I like what you said. I didn't notice it, but I guess it makes common sense, Chris, that most people do get days off or more time off. And to be able to celebrate those days, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, for me this year, I just want to continue what we built on last year, but it was difficult last year because the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right. And the year before that, that was the pandemic Christmas, the first pandemic Christmas, right? And for us, my siblings typically get together in my father's house, and that was the first Christmas where it's kind of like, yeah, we're not going over there, or yeah. And now specifically for us, this Christmas, as you said, we believe in Christ, and we celebrate that.
Yep.
And I do want to say this too, because there are a lot of other beliefs. I love the fact that on this day, even for those that may not believe in Christ, they still celebrate the love and the giving. So I think that's awesome. Did want to say that. But for us specifically, this Christmas falls on Christmas. I mean on Sunday.
Oh, I'm like, what?
Yeah, Chris, that makes sense. Christmas fell on Christmas. No, Christmas falls on Sunday this year. Yeah. So for someone that believes in Christ with little kids, it's like, well, do we get this Sunday off? Do we come in late?
Yeah.
So to make that adjustment for my family, being a guy that helps run his father's church, and it's a small church, it's interesting how my mindset naturally wanted to be selfish.
Yeah.
Going back to what you said.
Yeah.
Getting away from what the true meaning is for me or you. So for me, I had to kind of like have a real moment. Like, no, bro, like you can't miss that
church,
Sunday.
Exactly.
You know, I know it fell on Sunday, and so I'm curious to see where this conversation goes with the questions that you have for me, the questions that I have for you, and the questions we have for you guys. First question I have, unless you want to ask one first, what question do you want to ask me or them, and then we'll dissect it, or do you want me to go first?
I kind of had a question. I guess for when was and you just mentioned one as far as having to have a dad moment. But what was like an eye-opening Christmas moment for you as far as the true meaning of it, or have you always had it?
No, I definitely didn't have it, right? As a kid, I was the kid that used to go to the Christmas presents when my mom and dad wasn't around. I'd poke a little hole in it, and I'd be like, I think that's a G.I. Joe. I didn't end up being G.I. Pro, but so I grew, right, obviously. But I think the cool thing as a collegiate athlete, especially for basketball, we were in season during Christmas. So sometimes we be traveling during this time. But it seemed like every program that I've been a part of collegiately, we had to adopt some type of foundation, whether it was going to a home where someone didn't have necessarily their family there all the time, or maybe it was adopting a kid. So I've had the luxury of being a part of programs that way.
Yep.
But the eye-opening moment was the moment I told you about, I think last week. We give, at Mean Green, we give to different organizations or families, especially at this time. It's a big part of me. And this specific year, I gave to, I can't remember the foundation, but it was North Houston. And we walked in there, all the kids were playing. We walk in with all the gifts that we donated from all the boot camps and the gyms. We come in there, and we put it out, and everybody's just celebrating, everybody's hype. And then I remember, like, leaving. I have a Santa Claus hat on, and I was fist pumping everybody. I was like, all right, man, Merry Christmas, be good. Told this one kid, be good. So Santa come. He's like, oh, bro, Santa already came. I was like, oh, when he come? You know, me just joking around. He's like, you. I was like, oh, shit. Like, I get in the car, I get teary-eyed, and at that moment I felt the amount of people I have the luxury to train and to come across, just build relationships and build these bridges. That moment made me feel like, man, you're doing the right thing. Yeah. And that's what Christmas is about, and a part of what it's about, giving and loving and giving people different experiences, give people things that you've been able to experience. So I would say that's for me. And the question that I have for you guys as well as you, in return, I want you guys to comment in the chat box for those that are on live. What was your Christmas experience that may have been similar, or maybe you want to experience that? What about you? Have you experienced anything like that? What was your Christmas moment where you're like, oh, this is Christmas?
I've had two. The first one was young, and it's actually it's completely different from what you just said.
Okay.
So like I said, everybody's so used to especially as children, we're in the spirit of receiving because there's not much we can give, right? But I did give what I could. I was an arts and crafts dude, so I used to give my mom a lot of arts and crafts gifts.
Yeah.
But
she probably still have some.
Yeah, so my mom actually has a tree that's about 5'11". I don't think it's 6 foot no more. And it has all the things either I made, my sisters made. So I think she pulled something out from like the first grade that I made. That's
shout out to moms.
So yeah,
that's awesome.
Second shout out to moms. I forgot what year it was, but man, I got a lump of coal for Christmas.
Really? I seen somebody got that as a gift this past, like white elephant gift on somebody's social media. So break that down.
Obviously it wasn't a great year. Do I remember what I did? No. But she wasn't happy. So that was the first year. She would. I get PlayStation. Yeah. All the typical gifts that you would get as a kid. But that year she was like, Santa not coming this year. I didn't talk to him. And Santa sure didn't come. That year I had a shoebox. I was excited. Wow. Open that shoebox. There was a lump of coal in there.
Wow.
I said, oof.
Ooh, so, okay, mama.
That stung, right? That stung a little bit. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
But I think the thing I took away from that, and the reason I said I had two is because of last year. I want to tie those in. I still enjoyed Christmas. What I didn't enjoy was, people coming over. So what'd you get for Christmas?
It's in Lil Way.
And if you got a black mom, they love to do this thing. Tell them what you got. So
y'all please share that. That should be somebody's IG, like zoom up and be like hashtag black mama. All right, I'm sorry.
But no, so obviously, she got to put me on blast. So I didn't enjoy that part, but just being able to eat, sit. I love the cooking during holiday season. So she, even though I got that lump of coal, she still made sweet potato pie, banana pudding, all my favorite stuff. So I still got to eat. And I kind of brought that into last year. So last year, I think I remember the dates now because they're just so close. December 21st, my dog dies. December 23rd, I get COVID. December 25th, obviously, is Christmas. So I'm dealing with that. I'm stuck in the house.
I remember that.
Man, when I just say it was rough. So to kind of sit back and think, like, when I say I wasn't even worried about any kind of gift, I just wanted to be around my family. That's what really kind of opened it up for me. Like, it's not about any of that, because I'm like, one of my toughest times, it's like, dang, I just want to be with my people. And that Christmas is one of those times. Like, it don't matter what you went through for the year, what you're going through, what you're preparing for, it's a time for you to just be around your people.
I love it, man, because I think hopefully we all learned that during the pandemic.
Yeah, absolutely.
The separation between your family and friends. I've never, ever in my life thought we would have, when you think of, like, I'm a little older than you, but like the Jetsons, right? They kind of like telling time before it happened, right? So actually having a phone that you're going to be able to look at and communicate and actually see them, in the 90s, that was like, I'm in the 90s, I'm like 10, 12 years old, so it was like mid-90s I was. But, no, early 90s. Golly. All right, so anywho, you're looking at that as maybe one day we'll be able to do that. I never thought that I would not want to do that, right? Because you look at technology in advance, you're like, man, I can't wait to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But having Christmas with your family that you typically would see in person, but now it's a virtual Christmas, that sucks.
Yeah.
And I remember telling myself, man, I just can't wait to be able to get back to my dad's house and all the families over there, and we're just, doing whatever.
Yeah.
And I when you said that, it hit me at the right spot. So hopefully everybody's thinking and feeling the same way.
Yeah. I like that because it's kind of what you said. You miss out on, side communication, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, to be able to, have that FaceTime chat is pretty cool. But I think of it in terms of, like, transportation, too. Some people, like, let's say jet planes or whatever. Some people actually communicate and meet people on trips and whatnot. So when you isolated and you're going to be there in 30 seconds. Like, whenever we start speeding up transportation, speeding up the world, I think sometimes the faster we go, the less we embrace.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. It's funny that you said, and I'm curious if any of you guys have any of those experiences where Christmas didn't go the way you wanted because of what you did. I had a funny one. A quick story. It's funny. Desi's my little sister, right? Yeah. And I'm one of 7. We're the 2 youngest. So by the time it got to us, my mom and dad was like, look, y'all just don't hurt nobody and stay out of trouble, right? Yeah. And this one Christmas, Desi used to hang with us and my peers at my age. Desi's 3-4 years younger than me. And she always, like, she's tough. Mm-hmm. Desi's tough as nails. This one Christmas, dog, we will fight, like literally like fist fight, right? So she would punch. I obviously just get grabbed. Yeah. But this one Christmas, I really didn't do nothing, Jay. I didn't. I said J and G because I had a necklace and it had a G on it. So back in my day, when I was younger, we used to have something in Houston called Peace and Chain. Oh. Not Peace and Chain. Peace and Chain. And I had a Peace and Chain with a G on it. And we were jumping. Y'all don't make fun of me. We did. I think a tornado or something hit, and the carpet out the house was in the backyard, and we're jumping on all the wet carpet in the backyard. So this one specific time, it might have been trampoline, but I think it was carpet. Anyway, she pulled my chain off, and like I got so upset. She runs in the house to my mom. Chris hit me. Like, bro, I like, huh? I didn't. You took.
So she snatched your chain.
My mom got so mad because she always be like, most kids get good around Christmas. Y'all get bad. So my mom grabbed, I forgot what she grabbed. She started hitting the Christmas tree. She banging it like a baseball. Like, we ain't having Christmas no more. So I'm taking all y'all stuff back. She didn't say it that way, but she said it. Yeah. And in my house, we didn't get Jordans and stuff. This one year, I had to be like 6th grade. I was in 6th grade, going to North Shore Middle School. I remember she bought me Deion Sanders shoes. I've never had it. To this day, I still haven't had a pair of Deion Sanders, right? And it was a big thing because I knew I had them, and she took them back.
Dang.
But she didn't give me no rocks, though. I think she got me something worse. She got me a pair of Keem Olajuwons, right? Oh, and the Keems had the big 3-4 on the side. Now, shout out to the Dream, right? They did some legendary shoes. But I had a little girlfriend. Her name was Princess. They used to walk me. Little girls used to follow me all to the stop. So Melvin, my dad, whoever picked me up, they'd be like, oh, these little girls following you. My dad say to this day, when I start wearing those Keems, all them little girls left me alone. So I thought it'd fit the mood of the holidays for me to share that with you guys. So for those that are young or for those that are in some type of relationship, like, be good.
Or you gonna get the dreams.
The dreams or some rocks. you don't want the dreams or some rocks. But no. So Jared, all right. Second question I have for you and for you guys. Hopefully you guys are being entertained somewhat. Christmas. We talked a lot about us meeting with our maybe immediate family, but this is also an opportunity where your companies, friends that you typically don't see, or maybe you're reuniting with from high school, college, or wherever. Is that something that you typically do, or is it kind of like, no, I just kind of do the family thing for the holidays?
No, I think it's a perfect time. You always hear about company holiday parties, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. And again, I think as long as you kind of go into it with that same mindset, everything can be treated the same. Yeah. So if you're with the company, typically that holiday party is like an end of the year celebration. Mm-hmm. Like, man, let's celebrate what we did this year. It's a reset for next year. Absolutely. So I think you can literally do that with every single person.
I love it.
Like every single, event.
It's fun. It's so we used to do the Mean Green Gala at that time, but we actually switched it to after. And the reason why, guys, is because we couldn't compete with the amount of people that we want to invite to the party. It's never a perfect weekend, right? So if we did it on the 19th, say we got 400 people between boot camps in both gyms, 40% might say, hey, I have a holiday party, or I have to go to this, and a lot of people didn't get to celebrate. So that's why we do it, guys. Yeah. But the cool thing about having parties outside of your family is because there are certain positions that people hold that sometimes they feel like they have to entertain.
Yeah.
I'm being really transparent, counting myself, right? Because if you look at, I'm trying to pick somebody, LeBron James. If you look at the owner of, Steve Jobs, that's probably a bad example. The owner of Facebook, what's his name, Mark?
Zucker.
Right. Yeah. Some people hold so many different positions, and like 10 seconds of some they shouldn't have said, or maybe they had too many drinks and that gets on social media, then it just can be a bad thing.
Exactly.
But that's when they're at their company parties.
Mm-hmm.
But when they get around maybe their close friends they grew up with, then maybe they can kind of like relax a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's why I love just the different parties. I'm looking forward to have a party coming up weekend after next. A friend of mine that she has a party every year. It's just a great way for me to go there.
Yeah.
And some people that see me from a professional place to non-professional, it's all in the same mix.
Yeah.
So that's one party I look forward to every single year. Then obviously I have my family, and I guess I'm pretty lame because those are the only two parties I think I go to
I mean,
a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pick it up. But also kids have a place in that too.
Absolutely.
That's the gift for me is my kids, right? So a lot of what I do, I get invited to a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
And so y'all know I'm not dodging y'all parties. There are times where, hey, we're taking our kids to see Christmas lights tonight. We're taking them to the ice to go whatever. So kids play a big role. So for you specifically, do you ever host Christmas parties? Or are you kind of like, I want to go?
Well, I'm new into the game, just so you know. So,
yeah.
But with my particular friend group, we have turned into the hosts.
Okay.
So, Halloween party had that. So, I think.
So you prefer to host?
If people help clean.
Oh, he talking to somebody.
No. I actually don't mind it just because I am a.
Oh. I was talking. Somebody's watching this and they ain't cleaning. And they came to the party, so clean. He gonna give y'all one more shot.
Nah,
they're gonna give y'all one more shot. I'm messing with y'all.
But I kind of. I think we talked about this before. I like going places where the environment is relaxed, where it's chill. Spill a drink, something happens, like it's chill. Good. Yeah. So I don't really like going places where I gotta be on my best, my P's and Q's. Like I would understand that at a company party. So I guess kind of getting back to that conversation you had with Mark Zuckerberg going to a business party or hanging out with the homies from college. Like a little bit different, but yeah, when it comes to just a relaxed friend vibe party, I like hosting just because I am just relaxed. Yeah. Like, hey, do what we got to do. I like to sing. Everybody know I pull out the mic and start some karaoke in a heartbeat.
Karaoke.
So yeah, man, I actually enjoy hosting parties just because people, they know what to expect if you come into something I'm throwing. So Christmas party, I don't know if we're gonna do that this year, but definitely in the works.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
What about you? I know you host Thanksgiving.
I don't want Christmas.
Don't want Christmas. Why is that?
Christmas, I love hosting Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Christmas with kids is just different, right? It's some of my friends have kids.
Mm-hmm.
So because of the pandemic, we have not experienced Christmas together with our kids, but because you want to spend Christmas with your kids and be there with your kids, like Christopher and Kayla's right here, they're going to be on my hip and they want to play. But when you're hosting, you're trying to also host.
Yeah.
For Thanksgiving, it's kind of like, all right, it's Thanksgiving. Y'all go upstairs, play PlayStation.
Yeah.
And they kind of did their own thing.
Absolutely.
But for Christmas, it's like, hey, Daddy, can you put this together?
Yeah.
See,
they want you.
Yeah. Those that have kids, I'm about to give the single people some game. You don't have kids. Christmas then turns into put this together, put the bike together, put this together. And if you don't do it the night before, the day before, you putting stuff together all day on Christmas. So I just couldn't imagine Jared and Jason and the Lynn twins, everybody at the crib, and I'm trying to entertain them. Yeah. So that's why I would say I'd rather not entertain, but I'd rather go to their house because I can say, hey, we're going to come back and put this together.
Yeah.
Bring a toy or two, and we'll go there.
Yeah.
But if them toys are there and they not upped,
they need to be upped.
Oh man. So that's why for me. But prior to my beautiful boys, man, I wouldn't mind hosting. That was my mom's holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Like we go there when you get up and you just there all day.
Yeah.
So I never had to host. I guess I was to say that. So good.
Gotcha.
What else you got? We got quick hitters before we end.
Quick hitters. Oh, okay.
So if you don't have no more, you let me know. Side question. Jared's drinking more water, guys. I want to know who got you that. Did you get that for yourself?
This?
Yes. So, do y'all remember when I brought this in for the very first time? Y'all kind of was making, I got y'all IGs. Y'all was making fun of me. Who bought you that? I bet you didn't buy that. Why you ain't drinking that gallon of water? Oh, y'all get on his ass too. Y'all better be inbox. Don't just be inboxing me talking about, y'all better give him the same treatment. That's
so
all I'm saying.
I got this last year. Had the little, got the little time stamps on it.
They gave me a hard time for that. You too big to be walking around with that. What you mean?
It's big. It makes you look, how I look. It's like having a big dog. It's different if I had a small water bottle or one of them little cute decorated water bottles. This is a big jug of water.
But they getting on us because it says like words.
Good morning. Hydrate yourself. Feeling awesome.
You got to zoom up on him. So hold it up. Do a commercial. Say, hey, good morning.
Good morning.
I drunk my water.
Hydrate yourself. Remember your goal.
Sponsorship. Look. Sponsorship, guys. Sponsorship. So yeah, yeah. So y'all get on his butt. But I'm sorry. You had a question?
No. That was this little side note.
All right, quick hitters, and then we'll get out of here. Okay.
Cool.
But I want to say this before I forget because it's important for me to say it. Crap. I just wait to the end. If I forget, I just forget. I'll put in the caption if I forget.
Cool.
Quick hitters that I have. Ready? Everybody. I want everybody to play. 3, 2. Favorite Christmas movie.
Ooh, favorite Christmas movie. Quick? No. Hit? Maybe. I don't got one.
Favorite Christmas movie. This Christmas.
This Christmas.
This Christmas is who's on this Christmas?
Chris Brown.
Oh, hang on the misery. That boy sang that song.
He hit that thing.
He hit that song. I was like, oh. Why he come out with them 2 songs, single songs? He could give us an album.
He could have gave us an album.
Could have gave us an album. I'm like, I hit Dame up. He had shared it. I was like, oh, he got an album. He's like, yeah, a 2-song album. I didn't get it. So when I finally listened, I was like, oh, this is 2 songs. A 2-song album.
Yep.
That's funny. All right. Guys, did y'all comment down below? I want to see Christmas's movie. Oh, my favorite? I have so many favorite. I love Christmas. Mine, as of now, is probably 4 Christmases.
Okay.
Vince Vaughn and all those.
Yeah.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, you thought about it?
I mean, honestly,
I
think
quick hitters.
I hate them. My favorite is probably Home Alone.
Home Alone. Yeah,
I like
classic.
Home Alone. Yeah.
Classic. Now, I would say 4 Christmases is a slight first place over The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
Okay.
We at the Green's house, we watch that year round.
The Grinch.
My boys just like The Grinch. They ask me, they say, Daddy, this is another story. I'm not gonna break it down, but Daddy, can you be the Grinch again for Christmas though? Because I wore the Grinch.
That was funny.
You were actually there.
Was I?
Were you there?
I don't think so.
At Shannon's house? Or you just seen pictures?
No, I saw pictures. Yeah.
It was hot in there.
Had to be.
All right. Second question. All right. Do you got a quick hitter?
Quick hitter?
I got a whole bunch.
Favorite Christmas song?
Temptations, the album. I can't pick one, but I would go with This Christmas. Because he
sang that song.
He sang that song better than Chris Brown. Now, I know that's going to be a fight somewhere, but,
You saying better than Chris Brown?
Oh, absolutely. I just feel people that are under...
I'm about to say, they typing right now.
It's an age.
Everybody will be typing right now. Typing.
Chris Brown can sing it, but the Temptations, what you got?
Okay. Favorite Christmas song? I'm so bad at this game.
Hold on.
Favorite Christmas song?
How with the question? You can't ask the question and not have an answer.
Favorite Christmas song?
Oh, I saw Mama kissing Santa Claus.
I was sure thinking about little Michael.
Really?
Yeah.
Mike, can't go wrong with Mike.
Can't go wrong with Mike.
You can't go. I can see you listening to because your mother. Did she like the Mariah Carey album?
Yeah, she liked. Yeah, everybody liked.
Everybody, that's classics on there.
Yeah, they was ready to break that out November 24th.
Thanksgiving. All right, bro, you gotta give us one. You came up with the question.
Favorite Christmas song, man. Is it weird that I just have a whole mix?
You gotta pick one.
I don't know if I have one. Now that's what I call Christmas.
Okay.
That whole album.
Okay. He ain't give us one.
Only because I just like when I feel like I'm getting in the Christmas spirit, it's because of that. Because after Thanksgiving, you know, my mom, she did it this Thanksgiving. She will pop on that Christmas music and start putting up Christmas trees. So it's like I saw I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. Temptations. Michael. It's just.
I was listening to one the other day. It was Anthony Hamilton. It looked like he has one that I never knew he had. Did you know Anthony Hamilton?
A Christmas song?
Yeah, a whole album. So I heard it was like in a Pandora mix, and I heard one song, and I seen it was a whole album. So let's check it out all together.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that.
So I didn't say it was good. I just said he has one. But one song I learned, and this is Black Card Revoke right now at this moment. Y'all about to take one. I didn't know they had a song by what's his name, James Brown.
Yeah.
What is it called? Straight to the Ghetto. Never heard it. Jared didn't know either. James, did you know James Brown had a Santa Claus, Straight to the Ghetto? Did you ever heard that song? See, a lot of black people haven't. So, all y'all
black cards.
Oh yeah, we're taking all y'all cards away. Hey, it actually jams. So funny. Okay. All right. Quick hitter.
Cool.
Another one. Christmas lights or singing. You had to pick one.
For what?
For Christmas. If you had to pick one, you rather go look at Christmas lights or group singing, karaoke, Christmas music.
Oh, as much as I. She can't look at her. She gonna say singing for sure, but I don't. If I'm around people, one thing I'm not gonna do is just sit down and sing by myself. Shoot, that's
that would be weird.
That's the truth. I'm just not gonna.
Hold on. Somebody's looking at you like you do it.
She talking about shower. Everybody singing shower.
Okay, yeah, everybody singing.
But I don't know. Christmas lights. I would say Christmas lights.
Christmas lights?
Christmas lights, yeah.
Lights or singing? Singing. Okay. Now, I asked the question. I'm going to say Christmas lights.
Okay.
Because of my boys. But I was going to say, what singing? Is it Christmas music? I should have said that, Christmas music or lights. Because there's a difference between singing karaoke music and you singing whatever versus only specifically singing. Because somebody's saying, oh, y'all just sit around and sing Christmas carols all day. No, they not doing that. I'm telling y'all that right now. Mm-hmm. It ain't this Christmas and white snow Christmas all day. All right, anywho, all right.
But I sing "Baby It's Cold Outside" duet with somebody. I sing some Christmas music.
Okay. I see. All right, you got a quick hitter?
Quick hitter. What's your favorite Christmas memory?
Getting my swing bike. I got a swing bike, guys. I don't know why. 7th grade was a year for me. It was a swing bike. It was like a tricks bike. Like you can do all these tricks.
Yeah.
Can y'all picture me doing tricks?
No.
I never did. So my parents, it was like a really expensive bike. I want to say like $500 versus going to get like a $75 bike towards us. And to shorten the story, it was really nice. Sterling green. Knew it was really nice. So one day it just came up missing when I went to rent I went to go rent a Sega Genesis game from Blockbuster, and when I came out, somebody had stole my bike.
Dang.
So, but my favorite Christmas memory was getting that bike. Oh, you couldn't tell me nothing. Oh man, all the honeys was looking at me when I came down the street.
Yeah.
I was all right, real slow. All right, what about you?
Mine had to be the PlayStation, man. PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
That thing came out. That thing was under that Christmas tree.
Oh, that was it.
Oh,
that was it.
Santa was my best friend forever.
All right, quick hitter.
I can't believe I had that.
When I can say it on here.
Yeah.
When did you find out that Nick wasn't Nick? Just in case somebody's watching.
That Nick wasn't Nick. Man, I was a snooper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was that guilty kid, as she would like to say. I was a bad A. I would stay up.
Yeah.
Peek, go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Wake up. Peek, go back to sleep. We would leave cookies out, so I'm checking the cookies. So I forgot what night it was, but I literally checked all the way until the sun came up.
And you like,
and there was nothing under that tree. And then I was hurt. I was like, well, I guess Santa not coming. And then I woke up. Boom. I was like, nah, I ain't no way he came at 7 o'clock in the morning.
So you gotta figure it out on yourself.
Yeah, I was like, nah.
How old?
It was I had to have been in like the fifth grade.
Okay.
So I believe for a little while.
That's not bad. What about you? You remember how old? So when
Did you always believe?
Never.
Oh, Lord.
Never. You hard.
I know.
You hard.
Yeah.
I think for me, I never really got to believe in him that much.
Yeah.
Cause I'm one of 7.
Yeah.
So it was like, bro, you know,
I watch this.
Yeah. Milton, like, bro, ain't no saying no, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I do remember kind of the experience of you. I remember acting like I needed to pee.
Yeah.
To go, because I heard some commotion. I was like, oh, Santa really in there.
Yeah.
Right?
You didn't catch him.
I did catch Santa. Santa was like this, y'all.
Oh, man.
Santa coming across the screen like, better take your ass sleep. Gifts all in the hand. So, but I think by then I knew Santa wasn't real by then. But I think that was confirmation. Cigarette in the mouth. You better take your ass sleep. All right. He ain't coming in. See, Caleb asked me yesterday because we kind of agreed, like, we're not going to really do the St. Nicholas thing with our kids.
Yeah.
And then he asked me in the truck, he was like, hey, Daddy, do we have CJ, do you have a chimney? And I was like, yeah, Bubba, we got a fireplace. He's like, but where's the chimney? And I was like, this dude right here.
Oh.
So I was like, why? He's like, I'm just trying to figure out how Santa Claus get up and down. And I was like, it's magic. And then for those that know Christopher, he started speaking so fast, I didn't know what he was saying. He was just like, oh, Daddy, yeah. I was like, huh? But I didn't have the heart to be like, hey, bro. So I was like, I better be good. So I didn't do it. So we'll see what Tina says.
That was a question I had. I was told, people do raise their kids different. So that's your standpoint.
So every household's different. That's my disclaimer. But I ain't giving that credit to anybody else. Like, hold on, bro. Like, I don't know how many hours I put in. You know what I mean? You don't know how much my wife ordered off Amazon. Like, no. We oh, it's over here. So right now we do. I can imagine. I think Tina did it in the past where it'd be like mama, daddy, papa, whoever, and we gave one. Santa came and gave you this one. It ain't the big one, but he came and got you one. Yeah. But for us specifically, it goes more into what we believe.
Yeah.
Going back to the very foundation of this podcast, for us is more we celebrate this because of the birth of Christ. Yeah. We don't want this to become a holiday based upon a myth or a fiction, right? So, yeah, man. But at the same time, you want kids to be kids, so it's tough. But, yeah, nah. I'd be like, Daddy got you that one? Daddy got you that one?
Right there, that
I
was
got
me.
you that one?
That was me.
Yeah. The good one, that was me. Santa got you in that.
Open that one last.
Yeah. So, no, that's a good one. I have one more quick hitter. If you have one, go for it. I have one more if you have or don't have. You want me to go?
Yeah.
All right, this one's gonna be funny, potentially, guys, because when I say this, I want y'all to imagine Jared not doing this or doing this.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it, dog.
Oh, man.
I got it. I'm gonna say it. What was your worst Christmas gift you ever received?
Other than a lump of coal.
Oh, you kind of already said that.
Yeah.
So, dang, I was thinking about that on the way here.
We talked about that last week.
Oh, dang, I don't even make more. This is stupid, Chris.
Oh, no.
You didn't say it last week.
No, given. Because yours was the
you had
the FUBU or whatever it was.
It was the fake Tiffany, dog. I was hoping they forget about that. I got somebody, by the way. You want some Tiffany's? I'll tell about it after.
You got the hookup.
I got the hookup. But yeah, so what did you receive? I guess you kind of answered it.
A lump of coal was the worst gift by far.
Yeah.
It was a lesson gift though.
Yeah.
It was for sure a lesson.
Okay, well, because mine was the king. But what did you receive as a gift? I'm trying to clean my question up. What did you receive as a gift that they was like, oh, this is a good gift, and you was like, thank you. Can you say it on the show?
Okay. I mean, I have one. So, my family outside of my mom likes to re-gift a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But they also knew I was a huge Texas football fan.
Okay.
So I still remember it because I liked the gift.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Texas hoodie, and it showed like the attendance, and it had the stadium, and it was like this super nice hoodie. And I got it, and I was like, oh yeah, pulled it out. The thing was a 2XL. I said, thanks. Like, I don't. My hopes were here, and they just shot down. I mean, I'm still not a 2XL. I had to have been like the 8th grade at the time, Dang. So I was that. Thanks. So I mean, it wasn't a bad gift, just because I really did like the sweatshirt. It was just a 2X.
Man, so I can picture that. I experienced that, especially like getting gifts in Houston for winter.
Yeah,
I never understood that, like the big coats, like why? But I finished with this one. It was funny. There was this girl, I really liked her, and I almost said her name. And hopefully she hears this. Yeah. I was in 9th grade, and I liked her. She was a little older than me, and I don't know if I said this on a podcast. It seemed like I have or told somebody, but recently. But she was like, yeah, you can come over. And like Christmas in my house is like family all day.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, snap, I can come over? She was like, yeah. So I got Milton to drop me off because I couldn't drive. I had, at that time, starch jeans was in style. So I had my blue starch jeans. I
got the feel that you was always just in fashion, always in style when it came to that.
Man, what? I had some polo boots. My little piece of jeans hanging out the polo shirt. I borrowed Milton's black leather jacket. It was cold. She dropped me off, and I'll never forget. I was like, oh, I almost said her name. She opened it. I was like, ooh, she fine. And then she's like, come on, have a seat. She leave me in the living room.
Yeah.
I'm in 9th grade.
Yeah.
And I could see the TV before I got in the living room. I was like, oh, she watching Cruel Intentions. 9th grade.
Yeah.
And then I walked into the living room, and I was her mom right there. And she's like, hey, have a seat. She's like, oh, hi, honey, such and such. So it was you, her, me, and her mom watching Cruel Intentions. I'm like,
that was it.
that was the worst Christmas gift. Anywho, guys, girls, I hope y'all had some fun today. Today's show wasn't necessarily about the deficit of calories or counting your macros. It was more just, man, celebrating your loved ones and having fun this season.
Absolutely. Having fun this season. That was the hope at the end of the last episode. I told you we're gonna have a little fun today. This was what Christmas means to us.
Absolutely.
Fun, loving, high spirited.
Yeah.
I think it's the perfect time of year.
Yeah, it's if I can paint a picture of Christmas, I know everybody kind of wants the snowy, white Christmas that movies portray. You don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I won't be on the beach.
You know what? Poor Christmases. That's my dad calls me on that, by the way. But if I can paint the picture for Chris specifically, I just want to wake up and have opportunity to see people that I love that day, or at least have the opportunity to reach out to them. But what I'm learning now is that Christmas for the season, create more days within that season.
Yeah.
My mistake in the past was Christmas was the only day that I would kind of celebrate it because I was so busy. Mm-hmm. I was shopping or grinding in my career. But now I literally take time off to spend time with those that I love. So that would be my recommendation. Have a karaoke night. Go shopping to the mall. Reach out to a friend that you heard is in town you haven't seen in years. Yeah. And make Christmas amazing.
Love that.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Me and Green Fam specifically, if you're getting this on the, I don't know what today is, the 5th or 6th. We are donating to a family, grandmother that's watching 8 grandkids, and we want Christmas to be freaking epic for them.
Yeah.
Shout out to my girl ED, Erica Davis, for those that know her in the Mean Green Fam. She's organizing an Amazon link. It's simple. Click the link. If you have a heart to give. But I want to get every single gift on their Christmas list. Their parents have some challenges, and the grandmother's taking care of them. We want grandmother to have some ease on Christmas, and be able to do what we do on Christmas, give and love.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys will see that at the link below. Other than that, man, We'll see you probably one more time before Christmas, but you have anything closing before we get out of here?
Nope. We got us another wild card next week.
Solid wild card. Wow. God, I said before the podcast, speak your words. A solid wild card.
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah. Christmas questions this time, not Thanksgiving.
Ooh. You know what? We'll talk about it after the podcast. How about that? But, hey, guys, look, man, I hope you enjoyed today's show. 5-star review for those that are listening. Thumb up on YouTube. Comment down in the comment section. We really appreciate everything that you guys provide with the Mean Green Show.
Absolutely.
Cool?
Love it.
All right, guys. We out. Y'all take care. All right, let's see if this is real.